In life, I've experienced great deals of pain, regret, and trauma. Yet never in my life have I ever experienced something as agonizing, something that is truly devastating, as what occurred to my bowels during the visit to our province. It was a cold and blissful summer morning. Since I just left in our staycation house we rented for the night, finally getting away from that dreaded summer heat I've been suffering from ever since April hit. Since we were also in our province, the Wi-Fi there was genuinely buns, but our staycation house had Wi-Fi that was actually fast enough for me to watch YouTube and call my friends. And so to not waste the given blessing of an opportunity that I was bestowed upon and coming face to face the next day with a blazing and boring reality that is our province house with no Wi-Fi, I spent the night engulfed in cold and just using the internet as much as possible until I finally just collapsed from fatigue. The next day, I just spent my time chilling as much as possible before we finally leave the house. But there was also something that we should do first once we wake up in the morning. Eat breakfast. And so I did. I went down, and for a brief moment, I experienced the blazing temperature that will soon consume me wholly in a few hours from now. Looking around the kitchen area, I can't seem to find any sustenance that will satiate my hunger. But luckily enough, I saw some leftover pork in the table where my parents were sitting at. This seems fine, I thought, and so I tasted it, but the taste was just a bit sour and off. It's probably just the way it's cooked or my breath, I thought. I wasn't able to finish the entire thing because of its off taste. Yet my parents told me that they ate the same meat and were fine with it. So I just ignored the thoughts I had about this suspicious pork. And so the time finally came when we packed up and were about to leave, and the heat was absolutely dreadful. It hasn't even been an hour, not even 30 minutes, hell maybe not even 15, and I was sweating balls already just by being outside. I tend to get headaches when it gets really hot, and so I was just thinking to myself, please, I do not want to get a headache at this hour right now. And of course, I got a headache. Initially, it wasn't that bad. I'm just a little hot-headed, I thought. I'm just parched as I haven't drank enough water, I thought. When I finally drank water, and it didn't go away, it'll just take a little time. It'll be gone in an hour or two, I thought. 8 hours later, and I was dozing on and off from my headache. I just vomited a few hours prior to that, and now we were at an event and I had to stay in the very last seats just in case I might vomit again. The entire time, it was just an absolute hell for me and I just wanted to sleep, but I couldn't do that as well since it was loud as shit in our province house and the mattresses are all stiff as hell. My parents ended up kicking me out of the bed and so I just had to sleep in the couch, so I guess great, I'm not sleeping tonight I guess. Thankfully though, I did end up being able to sleep. Not so thankfully, one of the least expected tragedies that hasn't happened to me for more than 1.5 decades has just occurred. A tragedy that always haunted me when I was a child, mocked me, and taunted me in front of everyone, came back to soil my underwear once again. I have shat my pants, and my grandfather witnessed it all happen as I stood up with my poop water slowly dripping to my thighs. The shame that rolled down my nerves was beyond my comprehension, as I literally just woke up and my mind was still dozing up. And so I just approached my parents like a little child, going up to them saying, "There's a monster in my closet." But only this time, there was a monster under my pants. I asked for spare underwear and pants, and Penguin walked my way towards the scary, gloomy miasma that is our province house bathroom to expel the demons from my underworld portal. The entire time, it did not felt like my bowels were getting any better. My bowels felt full, yet nothing was coming out, and my butthole just felt like it took a pounding and some chili on it as a finishing touch. A creme brulee, a cream of the crop, as you may say. It's finally over, I thought. I can sleep again, since it's literally 2 a.m., I thought. This continued on for the rest of the day, with me constantly going to the bathroom every hour just to spew out absolute nothing burger in the toilet. Once 7 a.m. hits, we finally left our province, and at long last, my bowels experienced the warmth of our toilet seat in my safe haven, where the call of duty can occur in peace as I deal with my food poison for the rest of the week. The moral of the story, I guess just smell your food first and don't trust whatever your parents say about the food being fine. This entire experience would have been a little bit better if it wasn't for the fact that I was in our province, and so every misfortune I've had in there was amplified 5 times worse. And I wish no soul to experience what I've gone through. And if you did, let me know in the comments.